All right, what is up, YouTube? We're back bright and early, and today we're just going to talk about gold popping in my account. Also, Lululemon did make a really good pop, and also we were able to see oil bottom, and now oil is just about breaking past $48 today. So we see a mini sell-off going on, and I was in gold before this mini sell-off because you do have the testimonies going on right now, and the market is just selling off, and the market fell pretty hard in a short amount of time. We see, the Dow dropping past 100 points in, just a short amount of time. So let's go ahead and check out, our portfolio before we jump into stocks. And let's just check out the Lululemon position that we do have, because I've seen Lululemon on the ticker, it did hit $55, but we see we're up about $200 on the position. But, the position should get, a lot bigger once we start to break past 55 and go to $60. Remember, like I said, once it breaks 54, it goes to 60. So if you do have, an account you're looking to buy, buy some stocks, Lululemon will be one, Honeywell will be one. You probably be able to collect a dividend if you bought it today. We see Starbucks is definitely, coming down right now. I do own this personally, but I'm really not worried about the short-term moves that it does make, since it does move with the market. But, when investing, you have to make sure that, it's a slow growth type of stock, and that's typically what it is. And we'll get into more stocks like this. We see Twilio. Like I said, I'm in at the 23s. I sold some exposure yesterday, to take some gains, because I do see the stock, it's popping towards the end of the day, and it falls back down after hours, and it opens down. So this is typically, something I need to watch out for, when I do trade. So we see, UWT, I bought shares at $18. As you see, we're trying to recover here at 16. Shares hit lowest of, I think, $13. And as we see a nice little rebound popping back up to $16. Now, we want to pay attention to that, because once we break into 15, the next step is to $20. So, we always have to pay attention to incremental values, with share prices. So we see, the NASDAQ is definitely down. Also, Honeywell, we see Home Depot is definitely down. It's definitely opening up a chance for me to actually buy some Home Depot shares, because home garden season is definitely, stepping up, and, it's coming pretty soon. So I might, get some exposure to that stock as well. We see, it does report earnings pretty soon, or today, I think so. But, we want to pay attention to that. We see Berkshire Hathaway hitting lows of 162. We're definitely going to check out the RSI on that. We see AMD, we're trying to positive on that. I think we're doing just about maybe 10% on the position so far, since we were buying, at the low 10s. So let's check out, we see APC at 52. So let's check out, what stock was it? Home Depot. Let's check out Home Depot, because I really like my buy position in this. And Home Depot, it does. I'm not sure when it reports, but whenever it does report, it'll be pretty nice. We see an increase, a bump in the dividends, which is also a pretty good sign. As we see, daily moving averages acting as support right now. As we see, we do have this mini sell-off going on, and I'm pretty sure that that Home Depot is definitely weighing in on the Dow Jones. And we want to pay attention to to all the stocks that weigh on different indexes. So we have $42,000 to play around with. There's nothing looking really attractive just yet, but we're gonna wait and see. Right now we see Disney definitely moving off of some selling. The ESPN ESPN sector was very horrible this year, and honestly, I might buy. Yeah, let's go ahead and buy a position right here. Open up a position on Disney. We're gonna buy at market, because I really don't care, what price it is, honestly, because Disney is definitely gonna rebound back up and see 120. I'm pretty sure of that, because you have strong growth in other sectors. So all right, we're filled at Disney at 109.03. I will buy this personally tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be snagging up some stocks. Home Depot will be one. If Home Depot continues to slide down at this 155 level, because I really do love stocks when they do pierce through 155, or when we're looking at those $30 increments. Like I said, we want to take advantage of that. If we know something ahead of time, let's take advantage of it. Also, I'm looking at Snapchat. Snapchat definitely still losing money. We see that it's definitely popping off of some weakness here. This this could be a dead cat bounce, but I didn't really look into the quarter here. All I know is that they did take a loss. As you see, so resistance hitting up right here at levels of 1893, and I think that was or I think that was support from previous lows. Let's check it out. Yeah, support from previous lows right here, and it's going to definitely act as hard resistance until we can see something break out. But I'm pretty sure it should break out because you do have those people, millennials, people, from my generation are going to be buying the stock because they think that, it's definitely going to be next. Facebook is going to be the next LinkedIn or something like that. But typically, I don't see any growth happening for this stock until next year. So I don't even think about touching it. It might be a pretty good trade, but I really don't care for it at this level or at any level until we get 1 year of actual quarters or seeing some growth here. So we see GDX. Like I said, I'm in shares personally in my account at 21.84. And typically, why I bought shares in gold is typically to protect my portfolio, just in case we were to have a sell-off. So such as today, it did work out today, and I look to I do have a stop loss. Excuse me, I do have a stop loss at 22.30. So anytime shares hit that 22.30 level, I will sell half of my shares. And I'll probably, make moves accordingly to how gold is definitely moving. But we see gold is definitely having trouble at this 126 area or 125, 126 area because it definitely is giving, gold, a really hard time to break out of this level. I was wondering, if we're going to break out of this level, with any type of event this week. But as we see, gold is definitely, it's not budging, breaking out of those levels. And as we see, gold is definitely just pinging around. Looking for an event to break it out. But like I said, I really do get nervous when stocks hit up against resistance and just cannot break out just yet. We see Take-Two Interactive. We see that stock hit up against resistance levels. I think about 3 times here. It hit resistance right here, hit resistance right there. Somewhat touched resistance, and after that it broke out. And now we're still going higher, and it looks like $70 will be the next resistance level for that stock. And I look at CNBC now. I see oil's definitely hitting $48, up 1.4%. Brent's up 1.43%. Like I said, this was all predicted. If you just follow the RSI and understand where the stocks are going, you'll be very profitable. So looking to take gains on GDX anytime, it does tick down a little bit lower. If we can get, 232 hit, we see the Dow Jones is definitely trying to, come back a little bit and feel a little stronger. We see, it's selling, or I would say, we're getting close to that 50 level for the year. So it's letting us know that, sellers are definitely stepping in on the stock, and, people are looking to take gains here, or people might be scared and they're just hitting panic selling going on here. But we see that the market is definitely having trouble. Anytime it nears that 21,000 level, we see the market definitely back off. So like I said, we can use that as, support and resistance. We see resistance at 21,000. 21,100 is definitely the high for the Dow Jones. But we do see that, heavy resistance is at 21,000. So, we want to pay attention to that. And also the XIV, we see the XIV is definitely, trying to curve down a little bit. We see it hitting daily moving average with that support level about 76.98. We see it bounce off daily moving average support. And we see a nice little bounce here, and it almost turning into a bullish hammer going on if we can get the Dow Jones to turn positive. It doesn't look like the Dow Jones is going to turn positive today, but we were down as much as I think 143. Now we're cutting, we just about cut that in half, and now we're down about 79 points. So the bullish sentiment is, it's still there, even though, we do have a sell-off going on. But we see right here the Dow Jones definitely, looking to probably be overbought at some point in the day. But we see that, those sellers are still out there trying to, bring the Dow lower. And, whenever we bring the Dow lower, that's typically a good sign because it does open up opportunities for us to buy stocks. And we see NVIDIA definitely breaking out to the upside. Anytime you see a stock that's going to, break out and hit all-time highs, or anytime you see a stock that's positioning itself to hit all-time highs, we want to go ahead and buy that stock. We see, it's starting to pay out a dividend here. We see a dividend increase going on here, 14 cents a share, 14 cents a share. And it looks, and I'm not really sure if they're going to increase their dividend here, but we see, resistance was right here about 121. And typically, they issued out a beat, top and bottom line. Also, they issued out, some pretty good guidance for the year. And anytime you like I said, hit those near all-time highs on good news like that, the stock will take off. And that's simply how you make a lot of money in the stock market. So let's check out Ralph Lauren. Definitely, hitting some sell pressure here $50 or 50 cents dividend each share. It doesn't look like it's going to increase anytime soon. So, you might find some value in that if you want to. Now let's check out Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway back to hitting those lows again. We see support, hitting or close to support, hitting this 162.28 level. And if we go back even further, that's why I applied the support levels right here. We see, break out of support right there, and we see, a support level hitting right here, or support level hitting right here, 62 or 162.15. So it lets us know that we're near the support level for Berkshire Hathaway. And like I said, if you follow the technicals, this might be a buy signal for you. If you follow the RSI, this might be a just sit back and watch type of event. But we see daily movement average lets us know it's a $3 discount to the stock, or $2 to $3 discount on the stock. So pay attention to that. That's all I have for you guys. Like I said, Snap is still losing money. It didn't come to a surprise for me, because I know the company's still losing money. And anytime I do use the app, I'm not looking. I'm not looking on the platform for commercials or advertisements. So anytime an advertisement does pop up, I'm quickly exiting, or I would say exiting out of that advertisement, because I really don't want to see that and I don't care for it. So that's how you can pretty much tell they really aren't making money, because you have to make money from the ads, and people aren't watching the ads long enough, and that's typically what was stressed by the advertisers. We see small cap bull leverage play 3 times the shares, or 3 times the return on the shares. We see that hitting the low about 53. We see it trading the sideways range here, and I'm not really sure what's going to break us out of this range. But I know for sure that, like I said, Dow Jones, 21,100 is the resistance level for that. And, we're seeing that, a lot of these stocks are becoming stagnant and starting to sideways trade here, because we cannot get nothing passed, or, we're able to get that healthcare bill passed, but it has to go to the Senate. And that's still question marks on that. We still have to do tax reform, and we still have to do border adjustment tax as well. So really nothing has been passed to make the market go any higher. And typically we need some kind of evidence to make the market go higher, because right now people are just hoping. Like I said, optimism is going to wear thin in about a couple of weeks here, but people were saying sell in May. And as we see, the effects are selling in May. It might creep up on us sometime soon, but we do see that, the market is definitely, falling right now due to the testimonies that's going on here. So oil is still breaking past $48. Let's check on our position on oil. Okay, like I said, 20 minutes behind, so that does weigh in there. So we're in a Disney. We're in on Disney shares. This should Disney should break back down to 108. Let's check out support and resistance level for Disney. We see Disney definitely acting on some weakness going on here. So let's go ahead and open up support levels for Disney. We see Disney hitting lows of 109. And typically how you just plot support here is just anytime you see a candlestick, we can go ahead and plot support and resistance. So we see support happen right here. Let's zoom in on support. Support happened right here. And let's zoom in a little bit more. And support happened support was happening right here. And we see support levels are coming up right there. And if we can move the line up just a little bit more to get, really accurate, 108.88 is the next level it should, bounce from. But right now it's definitely acting on some weakness. We see ESPN is still a troubling sector for them. So, like I said, these numbers will be strong later on in the year. But right now, Disney is definitely acting on some weakness. And I'm pretty sure if you're looking at the incremental values, like I always tell you guys, 120 should be our next step now that we have, this quarter out of the way. And, we've been affirmed that ESPN is still tanking, going down. People weren't expecting ESPN to improve, but people were still worried about ESPN. So now that our worries have gone, Disney is definitely probably going to go higher here. 110 should probably be the next step if we can get the Dow Jones to turn positive here, or we can get some bullish sentiment going on here. We see it breaking 109 now, and like I said, 108.88 is typically the bottom for here. And it might go a little bit lower, but it's going to stay in that 108 range. So let's just know that support is being made right here at this level. And anytime we do get, like I said, some bullish sentiment coming out, or if we get some positive news on Disney, the stock will go higher. Daily moving average cost for the stock to be at 112. 112.29, so pretty much 113. So it lets us know that it trades at a $5 discount, relative to daily moving average. So that's all I have for you guys. Take care. Remember, we want to do our research and understand where stocks are going, because remember, I did tell you guys exactly where oil, where the bottom of the oil was. I know I wasn't, actually perfect on that, but we did plot the resistance and support levels, perfectly, right here. And as we see, oil definitely going higher here, receiving a really good bounce. We're stepping up into that driving season area, and as we see piercing through that daily moving average, letting us know that bullish sentiment is coming back into oil. So definitely $50 will probably be next here. Like I said, Saudi Aramco has to IPO, so they will look for whatever they can do to cut back production. Like I said, guys, oil will bounce back up. I have a price target of oil at $60 here, so let's go ahead and plot that resistance level here. So anytime we get past that anytime we can break past this $55 level, that's typically where we go higher. But starting off to the driving season, this should go higher. Also followed by gasoline. Gasoline prices should go higher as well. So pay attention to what exactly I'm telling you, because you see here, stocks will rally on news, and I'm reporting it here first, so that way you guys can be ahead of the news, and that way you can profit ahead before you have to become that late buyer or late seller, to the news. Because right now I position myself perfectly for gold. I was buying gold, I was buying gold Monday, before I took my final, before I was able to present on my for finals weeks, excuse me. And we see oil, gold all rally on oil on low inventory numbers. We see gold rally on, like I said, sell-offs going on, and also gold pinging around, that support and resistance uptrend that it does have. And like I said, you have to be aware of every single thing that goes on in the market, because we want to be able to profit on weakness and sell on strength. And that's typically how we make money, and that's typically how we can beat the market every single time and not take any losses. We want to be ahead of the curve before the curve happens. So like I said, we see Honeywell, we see Lululemon 54. We're sticking with Lululemon. Like I said, retail is trying to step back in there. Let's check out the Lululemon chart. We see Lululemon here, price target about $60. We see Lululemon at $53. We see it has to break another resistance level of, let's check that out. Oh, okay, we have broke that resistance level of $53.99. So we see $53.99. Now we just have to fill in the gaps here and go higher from here. And that's simply all we have to do to see $60 here. $60 will be the next resistance level that we will have to break through. And I'm glad you guys were able to see exactly how trading goes on, or how investment goes on, because we see right here, I know you see a lot of negative positions right here, but like I said, some of these stocks are long term, and we see positive Honeywell, positive Lululemon. PLX is definitely a penny stock, and like I said, people are still investing in penny stocks, and we're seeing the effects that it does have if you're investing in penny stock. Also the sub-zero plays. So we have sub-zero plays, we have penny stocks less than $1, and also we have those stocks just about more than $1. And that's typically those range that people do trade in. So anytime you see people trading penny stocks, you want to back away from that and stick to things that stick to things that are that have more volume, and provide you with the same amount of return. We can do leverage if you want to make 10% a day. We can definitely do leverage if you want to make 5% a day. We can do leverage. We really don't have to do penny stocks in order to make a lot of money here. But penny stocks does come with an increased level of volatility. But like I said, the safer way to do it is definitely play the leverage route, and definitely be able to trade and sell at will, instead of holding stocks, waiting for volume to come back in, or waiting for buyers and sellers to come back into the stock, as opposed to being a back holder. And that's typically how the market, that's typically how people lose a lot of money here. And we see Take-Two here, definitely still on the rally. EA Sports, like I said, video game makers are still rallying. What are you guys doing? Activision, still rallying, going higher. We want to pay attention to every single sector that's going on in the market, and we want to pay attention to all-time highs that are being set by different stocks. So like I said, people have commented, told me about Bitcoin. I'm fully aware that, where Bitcoin stands. Like I said, we want to be aware of all the events, all the commodities, everything that's going on globally, to be a really successful trader. And, right now, I'm definitely on the way to becoming a really successful trader. So like I said, I want to do 100. I want to do 200% this year. I know I'm a little lagging right now because I am adding more money to my account, but long term, I do see my account hitting 200%. But we'll definitely stack up the results at the end of the year, and we'll see exactly how I did versus my goal. So like I said, it's all I have for you guys. Check out goal right quick 22.42. Like I said, filled at 21.84. And typically we could have just made gains right here, just plotting support and resistance. Support right here. Okay, support right here. We said small breakthrough support. Who cares? Stock goes higher. Breakout of daily moving average let us know that bullish sentiment is stepping back in for gold. We see an RSI of about 50. This is letting me know I should take some profits right here and probably just sell half right here and probably see what else the other half does. So like I said, pay attention to what stocks are showing you. Remember, plot our support and resistance accordingly to where the stock is. Check the RSI, check the daily moving average. We can also do Fibonacci. That's another advanced way to trade and actually pick price points that stocks are going to hit. But that's too advanced. Nobody really talks about that because they're still a rookie at trading. But I can definitely show you guys how to work Fibonacci and and other things like that. But right now we're going to stick to making it really easy for subscribers, because I know a lot of people they're very new to trading stocks. So that's all I have for you guys. Take care.